So if you're moving to Atlanta and you watched my East Atlanta vlog tour and you just want to know more, well, stay tuned. I've got this video coming up. It's a Google Maps tour where I just kind of highlight everything in the area, how to get around, and you're going to want to pay attention if you are interested in the school district, because depending on where you live, some of the homes are zoned to a better performing school district than others. So definitely stick around for that. But before I hit the map, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so you can be one of the first to be notified when I do post a new video. And as always, if you have questions or comments, put them in that comments box below, or you can shoot me a text, send me an email, give me a call. Would love to hear from you and see how I can help you out. Now, without further ado, let's jump into the map. All right, let's take a tour of East Atlanta on the map. So let me zoom out first of all, so you can see East Atlanta in relation to the city of Atlanta. So it's probably 3 or 4 miles from downtown and skirts along I-20 there. Here you can see the airport, and really getting to the airport from East Atlanta, you have a couple different options. So you can hop on I-20 and then down 85 to get to the airport. That should be pretty quick. One trick that I do when I am coming back from the airport back into town, 85, 75, for whatever reason, it gets really congested right here, and it can be really slow moving. And after you've been traveling, you just want to get home. So the good thing is you can really bypass a lot of this traffic by cutting through. Let me scroll here. Let's see, what is the way that I go? There's a couple different options, honestly. You can come up this back way, and this is going to turn into Moreland. So you could come up that way, or if you're headed up here and you realize there's traffic, you can kind of cut through some of these back neighborhoods and make your way over to Moreland that way. In fact, I live north of East Atlanta, but I will take some of these shortcuts to get back and go through the side of East Atlanta to get home. So you have a couple of options to get around the traffic, and getting to the airport, 15, I feel like everything around in town areas are 15, 20 minutes at the most. But like I said, you are really close here to I-20, so pretty much immediate access onto I-20 if you live in East Atlanta, so you can get on your way to wherever you need to go. So that's really nice. The one problem is this Moreland Avenue right here. This road gets very congested. Even on weekends, middle of the afternoon, it just gets backed up, and this is a pretty bad intersection right here, this Moreland and Memorial. And there's just a lot of people that are out shopping because there is a big shopping center, the Edgewood shopping center right here. So a lot of people are coming in to do some shopping. But this is a great area there's a Kroger here, Target, there's a Lowe's, Best Buy. What else am I missing? There's a Barnes & Noble, Bed Bath & Beyond. So a lot of shopping right there. There's also a newer Publix that's located right here off of Memorial. Maybe it's right there. Let me scroll down here. But other grocery store options. There's a Kroger over here that's fairly new, located kind of right off of Glenwood Avenue. And there's also a Kroger down here that's kind of further south of the East Atlanta area. So you got a couple of different options there. And then there's also, if you're more of a Walmart fan instead of Target, I'm a Target person myself, and I think just in town in general, there's a lot more Targets than there are Walmarts. But if you wanted a Walmart, there's actually one that's not too far from East Atlanta. You can hop on I-20, and there's one right there. You can see there's another Publix over here in Eastlake, but I think this Kroger, that Kroger, or the one over in the Edgewood Shopping Center are probably a little bit closer for you. Let me do a little erasing here. But yeah, so East Atlanta, I mentioned in my vlog tour of East Atlanta. If you haven't watched that yet, definitely check it out. But the main hub of East Atlanta is this East Atlanta Village. It's where Glenwood Avenue intersects with Flat Shoals Road. And right in there, you're going to find all sorts of restaurants. And let me click on a couple of them. I can't do that from this map, but I can here. Let me zoom in a little bit. So all sorts of little cool pubs, restaurants. Argosy has pretty good food. It's not just like bar food in general. Yes, they do have burgers and stuff, but they kind of have a little bit of a broader menu than just burgers and fries. But great little place to eat. And I also, let's see, I like is it going to pop up here? The Wee Suki place. I think it's right. It's not gonna pop up for me, but there's a great place in here, Wee Suki, where they have banh sandwiches that I really like. And the Earl's a big one for live music in the evenings. So I don't know if they're doing it right now with COVID going on, but it's a pretty low-key place, nothing fancy, but they've been known to do a lot of live music events there. Moving right along, keep going down. I mean, there's a little bit of there's like a barber shop in here, a wing shop. There's Joe's East Atlanta Coffee Shop, great little spot for some coffee, and they always have some good desserts in there as well, and pastry items. You can see a couple there. Yeah, I remember that rainbow cake last time I was there. So that's a good spot to check out. You've got the Flatiron Bar across the street, which is cool. I mean, literally the face of the store is, if I can find a picture of it. Well, it's a flat, but you can see it's kind of eclectic. But they got something, they jazzed up their food a little bit. It's not just your typical burger spot. But a lot of these places are a great place to grab a beer. If you're into beer, this is where you need to go. They also have this Banshee, which kind of has a changing menu based on the seasons. Let's see if I can pull up some so you can see it's a little bit fancier food. But honestly, the environment indoors is not very stuffy or anything like that. It's just still pretty casual, good drinks. I was trying to find more pictures of that, but anyway. The Glenwood, another great place to sit out on a patio, have some beers. Looks like they have some good barbecue. It's making me hungry right now. I'm gonna need a snack after looking at all of this stuff. There's Emerald City Bagel, so this is a fun spot to go grab a bagel sandwich in the morning. Going down, let me get back here. Going a little further south on Flat Shoals Road, you're going to hit the Midway Pub, another great big patio area with tons of beer options. So again, if you're into beer, whoops. Got a little crazy on my mouse there, but if you're into beer, this is another spot to go to. Everyone around here is just really kind of just low-key, very nice people. So yeah, there's a lot of different little restaurants around here. And then if I scroll out a little, if you get on Moreland, kind of on the edge of East Atlanta, then you kind of have more of your chain restaurants like Crystal, Cookout. I hear they have some good milkshakes, McDonald's, Wendy's, that kind of thing. So you get a little bit more commercial when you get right there on Moreland. Let's see, you've got a post office right there, and then not too far away from that, there's like a fire station. So it's all, it has its own little town in this neighborhood. You have all your modern conveniences that you need. So I'm gonna go back to my scribbling here. as far as parks, there's really just kind of one big park, this Brownwood Park right here. It has a tennis court, it has playground equipment, basketball courts, little trails that you can walk on, and it stretches for several blocks. So it's a nice little spot to live around if you want to be close to the park. But really, even if you're not right here, there's a lot of spots where you could live along here and have easy access to the park. As far as schools, so this is where I want you to pay attention if you are, if you have small kids and you're wondering about schools. So this is where you need to pay attention. So listen up here. Let me scroll out here a little. So let me start with what is zoned to East Atlanta, this section here, because a lot of people, people that live down here, everyone that lives right over here just says, oh, I live in East Atlanta. Well, which is kind of, that's what everyone generalizes it. But when you're looking at school boundaries, if you are in this red section, you're going to be zoned to Burgess Peterson Elementary, which is right here, kind of on the eastern edge of East Atlanta. Really great school. And then middle school is you're gonna have to skip over to the other side of Grant Park. Did it? I guess I didn't label it. It's Martin Luther King Jr. Middle, which is I think it's like right over here. I forgot to label it. My bad. So it's a little further away. And then for high school, it's Maynard Jackson High, which is just across, not too very far away. But if you are living in an area that's down here, you're going to be zoned to a completely different set of schools. And that's one reason, in my vlog tour, I did show you a house that was further down, kind of like over in this area. And the price point was lower because the schools that are zoned down here are just not as highly ranked. So if you live in any of this section, you're going to be zoned to these yellow tags that I have marked here, which are not as great of schools. So I even pulled up on the DeKalb County school system the boundary. So this is where, I showed you the East Atlanta Village, East Atlanta proper is marked, and this is the Burgess Peterson. That's where you go for elementary school there. So everything in this gray section, you're going to be zoned to Ronald McNair. There's basically a McNair Elementary, McNair Middle School, and a McNair High School, which I've pointed out here. So we've got the high school is right down here, kind of over near Gresham Park. And then your elementary is across the highway on I-20. And you've got your elementary here, middle school here. So that's something to be aware of if you are worried about schools. But if you don't have to worry about schools, then you can definitely get a better priced home over in these areas. Again, the other offset is that you aren't really as close to walking to the East Atlanta Village for restaurants. You're more likely going to have to get in your car and drive. It's not that far, it's a couple miles, but I know sometimes people they can tolerate walking a mile, but maybe not 2 or 3. So anyway, did want to point that out. Let's see, anything else? Oh, I forgot to mention East Atlanta does do a farmer's market on Thursday evenings from 6 to 8 o'clock, I believe. And it is right, let's see if I can pull it up here. So it's right here, just off of Flat Shoals Road. And it's not huge or anything, but it is something that, brings the community together. So that's something to look forward to for this neighborhood. And East Atlanta, they do their East Atlanta Village, the East Atlanta Strut in September, which is like their big festival. They do like a parade that kind of comes down here, and I think it goes this way. But that's a fun event to go to. They do a beer festival, which is over here in the Brownwood Park. And then, the other one thing with East Atlanta is that, you can get over to all these other in-town neighborhoods fairly easily. Sometimes it just can take a little bit of time because you got to hop over I-20 and get through some of this traffic congestion. But once you get over that, then you're kind of in the clear. So I would just say, East Atlanta is kind of one of the further out in-town neighborhoods, but there's still some other in-town neighborhoods that are even a little further, like Kirkwood, and then Eastlake is kind of over here. So you're kind of in the vicinity. And then one more thing, because everyone wants to know, is it close to the Beltline? But, if you're going from the East Atlanta Village over to the Beltline is right through here. So you're looking just under a mile. It's about 0.7, so it's doable. These are fairly busy roads. I can't remember if there's sidewalks there or not. I think there are, but anyway, if you're wanting to get to the Beltline, it's not just, a couple blocks over. You do have to travel a little bit of ways, but it is doable. And I think that is all I have for the East Atlanta tour. So have any questions, put them in that comment box below, or you can always shoot me a text, send me an email, or give me a call. Would be happy to help and answer any questions that you have. But you guys, until next time, I'll see you later.